All right, we are here with Matt from Trivium. He is lead vocals and plays guitar. We're going to ask him a few questions. So tell me your full name and what exactly you do in the band.
Yep, my name is Matthew Heafy. I play guitar and sing in the band Trivium, and I'm one of the 4 guys. I've been in the band since I was 12, so that was 1999. We've been touring since, playing shows since 99, but touring since 2004. We started touring in April 2004 and kind of haven't been off the road since. So it's my first job, it's my only job, and that's what I do.
It's kind of a fun job, huh?
Oh, it's not bad at all.
So what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't in a band?
I'd probably be in business college or something. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'd be doing.
So what's on your iPod?
For the collectively, all 4 of us, Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera, Testament, Slayer, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. I've obviously said that a couple times. My personal favorites are Metallica, Beatles, and Queen, and Iron Maiden. But we're all over the place. I mean, I was in a black metal band when I was 16. One of those corpse paint wearing spiked leather armor bullshit. Satanic vibed bands. But I'm not. I listen to that stuff nowadays. Is anything from that to, I was into Kelly Clarkson when we did our 3rd record, but also in a death metal, but also in a melodic death when I was a teen.
And I watched one of your interviews today. You said you're a Justin Timberlake fan.
No.
Maybe that wasn't you? Oh, just kidding.
You said we're up for drawing as many people as him, but not. Oh, okay. I mean, he's pretty cool for what he does, man, but I don't have any of his stuff.
How did Trivium get started?
I was playing my 8th grade talent show. I was playing No Leaf Clover by Metallica. It was just me and the drummer. The original singer of Trivium asked me to try out for the band. My tryout song was Room the Bell Tolls. Tried out for Trivium, made it in. Went through a ton of lineup changes, bunch of demos, hundreds of local shows. We recorded this blue demo, as we call it, the self-titled demo. Got us signed to Life Force Records, which was this German record label. Got signed to that for less than a year, and then got signed to Roadrunner. Started touring April of 2004, and we've done, I don't know, probably around 1,000 shows in 3.5 or 4 years.
So you're on the road a lot.
Yeah. We did 3 records on the road and about 1,000 shows on the road since April 2004.
So what's it like touring with Slipknot?
It's amazing. Amazing guys, amazing crew, amazing everything. The show is amazing. We watch it every single night. When we tour the States, it'll be like a couple thousand people show up, but this is like several thousand people showing up to this show. So it's good for us. It's great to be able to play in front of Slipknot's fans.
What makes a good crowd?
A good band.
Good answer.
You got to have both, man. Crowd feeds out the band feeds out the crowd. And if you don't have both, you're in trouble. If the band's coming up there sloppy, hungover, bitter, whatever the hell, the crowd's not going to feel it.
Do you get nervous, especially for a really hardcore crowd like Slipknot tends to attract?
We've gotten to get our asses kicked by like Maiden's crowd, Metallica's crowd, and Slayer's crowd. But that Maiden tour was the first one that really kicked our ass into playing in front of Maiden fans, because Maiden fans typically just want to see Maiden.
What was the most shocking moment from a tour like that?
Just of every tour we've been able to have a chance to tour with our favorite bands, even like a band like Slipknot, is when they're such great people and we get to connect with these people, because we all are musicians. And for us it's still great because we're still big fans of everything that we like, and to be able to meet these bands when they're so fucking cool, like when Maiden was taking care of us, Metallica was taking care of us, Slipknot's taking care of us, and Slayer were great to us and everything. So it's always a good thing to have our heroes be cool guys.
And do you ever jam with Slipknot, maybe play some Guitar Hero behind the scenes?
No, I'm not really into Guitar Hero. I think real guitar's easier. We did a co-headline tour with Machine Head. It was Trivium, Machine Head, and then Arch Enemy, Dragon Force, and Shadows Fall. It was called the Black Crusade. We did that overseas, and we got to play with Machine Head for about a week. Bands like that we've toured with a lot, we'll jam together on stage and stuff.
So tell me about your latest album. What makes it unique compared to some of your other work?
Every single record we've ever done has always been a progression from the previous. We've always tried to make every single one different. This record takes the best parts of every single record we've ever done. We've done 3 before this one, which I think a lot of people may or may not know, because we're going to be a new band to a lot of these people on this tour. And this record ties up everything we've ever done and shows where we're going. So it's like the past, present, and future of our band all in one.
So what's it like to hear your music on the radio?
They don't play us on the radio, unfortunately. We're working on that. Maybe this tour will get us in there, but I think it's too heavy for some of the mainstream stuff. We're trying to change that formula, make radio a little heavier. Bands like Slipknot are opening the gates for bands like us, because they can get out there, and it definitely gives us hope that we can too.
So you rise solely on pretty much the internet to really get your stuff out there?
Touring around the world, just constant touring around the world. This is probably like our 35th tour of the U.S., maybe 40th. We're about to go to Japan, Australia for like the 6th time, Europe for like the 7th time. So it's just constant touring.
What's it like to tour around the world? What's a typical day like for you?
It's pretty much like being on vacation for free. It's really easy to get on a train, or really easy to just walk to somewhere. So we'll just look up what's good and what's interesting around every town and just do what the locals do.
What do you think is the key to being a rock star and having the rock star look?
We don't really go for that stuff. So our whole vibe is that we're just 4 normal guys who just like to play music. We just like to play metal, and and the dudes who usually look like rock stars are, I don't know. We're not in that vibe, obviously.
What do you think of Slipknot's image?
That's fucking amazing. I think it's really amazing. What's so great about that band is there aren't many bands that can do what they do. I think they're the only ones that do what they do, and they've got everything down. Like, everything is there to it.
What's the biggest sacrifice you've had to make for the band?
Just having to be away from family and friends all the time and not be in your house and not be around normal comforts. I mean, you know, people always think buses are cool thanks to shows like Rock of Love Bus, which is trashy and delicious, but it's nothing like Real Tour. It's absolutely nothing like it.
So what is Real Tour like?
Well, I mean, you know, you got to be away from your comforts, and you never know, like, if you're going to get a shower. You never know for bands that are in vans, you never know if you're going to sleep. You never know if you're going to get any money. You never know if you're going to do this. Because when we're in a van band, you know, we know a lot of van bands are still out there. When gas prices were high, I mean, it costs like $60 to fill up your tank, and some bands only get $50 a show pay, you know, when you're like a starting up band. So it's really hard, and you have to sleep sitting up. And, you know, thankfully we've been able to progress to a bus, and those are like coffin bunks, you know. They're like 6'2" by like this wide off your stomach, and I'm 6'3", so.
So you have to make it work, right?
Yeah, you make it work, but once you get adjusted to it, it's amazing. Because I mean, it's so great to see that you can build up and make life more and more comfortable. We have an incredible road crew who, you know, it makes it all we have to worry about is doing the show and, you know, doing some press and doing stuff like that. And aside from that, is trying to stay healthy and be fit for the show and do what we're doing. You know, that's what I'm going to do right after this, like exercise and get the blood flowing before our show. I think we have a 6-person crew, and I think that they've got like a maybe 20 or 30-person crew. But their production's huge. I mean, every speaker you're going to see up there in that entire, I don't know if the stage is, but every speaker you're going to see up there and all their stage stuff rolls in a truck. So it's a lot of work for these dudes.
So we know that there's bad parts about being on tour, as we just talked about, but we also know there's some good parts. So what are some of the perks of being on tour and being in a band?
Dude, I mean, I get to play guitar for a living, you know? I mean, we get to play metal for, you know, and that's it. That's all we have to do. And like you were asking, like, what else we do in between? Like last night after we watched Slipknot, you know, I brought out a bunch of wine. I was just watching them drinking wine and watching one of my favorite bands. Get back to the bus, play Gears of War 2. So.
You play Gears, I play Gears, so.
You know, I've never played Gears 1, and I just got into Gears 2, so it is very different for me because I'm really good at like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, all the Final Fantasy games. I'm a video game geek, hence the normal thing.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah, man. I've got 2 copies of every Final Fantasy ever, all the strategy guides and everything. So, you know, metal band, but into the normal stuff. Hence the, you know, we're not like rock star dudes. We're just like everyone else.
So I've heard bands are like family. What does Trivium fight about?
We've broken each other's shit, hit each other by accident, you know, broke each other's bones by accident, all sorts of stuff, you know. It's
unplugged someone's mic when they weren't looking.
Oh, man, yeah, we've broken each other's guitars and drums and all sorts of dumb shit.
What do you think people would be surprised to know about you?
There's just that emphasis that we keep saying that, you know, we play really heavy metal. We're a metal, Trivium is a metal band, but all 4 of us are drummers in a country and southern rock. I'm literally into everything, you know. I recognize, well, not everything. I think that current pop and current hip hop really sucks. I think all that vocoder vocal bullshit is terrible. I think the bands that can't write and perform their own songs suck.
Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. Come with me behind the scenes, backstage, and onto the tour bus to meet your favorite stars. We are backstage with Slipknot. We're here with Metro Station. We the Kings. We are backstage here with Avenged Sevenfold. I'll ask questions you've never heard before and show you the answers you won't find anywhere else. You're a Justin Timberlake fan.
No.
Maybe that wasn't you? What do you like about Katy Perry?
Everything.
What do you think about all the attention you get from girls?
I keep the snake in the cage. Found a fan in our bathroom one time.
How long is this nose you have here?
I have no idea.
If you think you've heard it all, think again.
I'll take that microphone off you, bandwagon, all right? And beat you with it.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I'll admit that on camera.
Huge meaning or self-defining sort of thing.
I think we just lost one of our interviews.
Yeah, actually, we'll show you. Depends. This is what we bought. We're not joking around.
Rate, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Reporting for YouTube, I'm Brian O'Dell. I'm the reason you go on tour.
You're the reason I'm here, baby.